welcome back to Austria. It's the RCGP of Europe, and it's round 1 of Europe. It's round 3 of RCGP 2019. Wow, and it's day 1 almost done. We've got one final left, one of those sprint finals. One's been done, hasn't it, Nick?
One's been done. Cracking race. Davide Ungaro, wow, he was gone, but the rest of the field couldn't make up their mind who wanted to win, who wanted to lose, who wanted to crash. JQ, desperately unlucky. What happened there? Marco Barufalo got a penalty for punting him up the backside, losing him 8 places, but still finished ahead of him. But the big winners were Infinity with a 2nd and 3rd for Kyle and for Lee.
Well, that's final 1.
Oh, yes.
We're only halfway there to crown our round 3 champion. Let's get into final 2.
Well, RCGP is all about the RC professionals. RC2 is about people who want to become professionals or are great club drivers. But the real thing about RCGP is to bring in the next generation.
Well, yeah. Classical story for you here.
Qualifying the first 2 was good for me, and car was good. I'm feeling good, and the 3rd round, I don't know what is broke. A tank was broke, and the shaft was broke in the 4th round, so the middle shaft. And yeah, in the first final now, someone hit me after the straight and broke my shock shaft, so it was not long.
So basically, as long as you can actually have a car that comes back with 4 wheels and everything attached, this is a victory.
Yeah, no, I hope for David he bring it home. So I hope I can make some good points and yeah, race my race.
Thanks, Patrick. Now, there's a good point Patrick makes. Of course, he's the teammate of Davide Ungaro, who very much looks like he's going to win this round. But for the team's championship, both the scores count. And currently, Patrick's way down, not getting many points. So, for the teams, whilst it's looking marvellous at Davide, for Team Scuderia Rosso, not so much. Anyway, so Patrick's at the back, Davide is on the front. Let's hear what the rest of the grid is with James.
Thank you, Nick. So, let's take a look at the grid to start us off. In position number 1, we have David Ungaro. Position number 2, we have Robert Battier. Position number 3, Juan Carlos Canes. In number 4, Carl McBride. 5, Marco Buffarolo. In position number 6, Cole Ogden. 7, David Ronefilk. Position 8, Joseph Quagrain. Position 9, Lee Martin. Position 10, Mika Widmeyer. 11, Jorn Neumann. And in 12, Elliot Boots. Position 13, Max Mort. And finally, in position 14, Patrick Hoffer.
Thank you very much. So we're now running through the 3-minute warm down. Warm down? Warm up, I think, thinking about it. I've gone the wrong way with warming, haven't I? So Ungaro, obviously the big favourite after the first round, the first result. Just to remind you of the exact complete order. Ungaro won, Carl McBride was 2nd, Lee Martin was 3rd, Jorn Neumann was 4th, good result with him. Carlos Canes was 5th, Elliot Boots was 6th, Marco Barufalo was 7th after a penalty that knocked him back a couple of positions. Joseph Quagreen was 8th, Dave Ronefalk was 9th, Cole Ogden 10th, Misha Vidmar 11th, Max Mort 12th, Robert Battle was 13th after all. He had a problem and retired. Hoffer 14th. don't forget they will start back in the order they qualified, so it's not like a double whammy, and you've got to go and start at the back if you had a problem. So despite doing a reasonably good battle, we'll start second again. But of course the team points are quite important here, because the HB team, who are second, are not doing very well either so far. So this could really could sort of scramble up the whole thing. So there's about a minute before we finish the warming up area. So now they're getting ready to run to the grid. Ongaro from McBride, from Martin. There they all go. So, second of the races is about to get underway. The 15-minute race. There will be one pit stop. Will Davide Ongaro disappear into the distance again, or can he be slightly controlled by the rest of the field? Look down there, you can just see the car of Robert Batsai arriving on the left-hand side of the grid. Pole is on the right-hand side, marked as they are by... If I was Zach, I'd be kicking that bloke off his roster, I must admit. You can just see the Zach behind us in the purple Barcelona shirt, though he is an Arsenal fan. You can wave to the camera. There they go. And they're off. And another good start from Davide Ongaro, but it's a clean start all the way back, it appears. And now we have the car of... Battle in second, Canas is in third, fourth place it is Barufalo, fifth place appears to be McBride, and already a little bit of a gap appearing as they space out, ready to make up for the huge amount of speed, but Ongaro flies a little bit better than Battle and just pulls away. Battle we all think will be more of a, well, it's not like he hasn't been a major point of this race, but he is a much more important in the longer hour-long race final tomorrow. But away already by about a second has gone Ongaro. Battle is second, Canasta, Barufalo fourth, McBride fifth. So let's see if we can drop back to the battle for third place between Canas and Barufalo, the bluey red car and the red and blue car. And then behind them is McBride, I think, yep, in the red and white. So those three are battling for third at the moment. A lot less carnage, which meant that we don't have Ongaro ahead by 11 seconds at the moment. In fact, in many ways, Canas now is beginning Canas has. He's managed to drag himself back up to Battle. So, Battle and Canas, the two Spaniards fighting over second place. And we have the Italian Barufalo, new to the series this weekend after not being in Manila, is now running into fourth. The lead at the top, 2.0 seconds, with Ongaro, and then sweeping into the hot race hairpin. Here comes Canas, and then you've got Barufalo. Oh, and Barufalo goes, Canas right on the side there, and Canas and Barufalo switch back, and they're right, battling as they come, and then just lost a bit of momentum. Barufalo was in the inside there, but because he had to kind of ease back for that jump prior to the Infinity left-hander, he had to back off, but he was side by side with Canas there, battling for third place, just giving a little bit of breathing room to Battle, and by kind of consequence, giving a little bit more breathing room to Ongaro as we turn lap number 4, effectively, with 3.5 of 20. behind them, we've got McBride, Boots, Ogden, Neumann, Mort. Ronnefeld's having a major issue. And off the road has gone... Battle's gone off the road, so into second place now is Canas. So Canas is battling off the road down the back straight at full speed. So Canas goes into second place. Obviously, this increases the lead Ongaro has. But Canas and Barufalo up the inside. So Canas went wide. Barufalo takes me fly him, no, he won't. So Barufalo now, the wild Italian who's got the speed but hasn't always been able to put it properly. Got a penalty last time for punting quad green at the end of the race. Now has a chance to show what he can do in the Team Beach RC, the car, 69 car. The three of them sprint down, but can they get back on the lead? It's already 5.2 seconds for Davide Ongaro. The one man who probably has the ground speed to do that is the man at the front of your picture there, Marco Barufalo. He was RTQ yesterday. So basically he started from pole in the first race, and he will start from pole in the first race tomorrow as well. That TQ is handed over both rounds. So he TQ'd it, but he's not been able to necessarily to put, certainly the races where he started towards the back, he's had a real problem getting through the field in a way that hasn't handicapped himself. But crossing the line now with a 38.027, which I believe is the fastest that we've seen of all, not of all time, but certainly this event, is Ongaro. So his lead at the 5.6, so 56 would be pretty impressive, 5.6. But Barufalo, look, he's gapped, massively gapped. But let's drop back to the third and fourth battle. This is all Spanish into Nissan affair between Canas and Battle. Canas representing the new young breed of Spanish drivers. Robert Bataille, he is the man who's been doing it for years. He's won the last 11 Spanish championships. Obviously world champion in 2013 was Robert. He's in the all-orange car with the yellow wheels. In the white car, well, the white wheels, but the blue and red car, that is Canas, the S-Works driver. Beach RC for Battle, and Beach RC is second and third now. And he gets up inside Canas again into third place. Barufalo not make, in a sub 38, 37.9, the fastest race that we see now again from Ongaro. Ongaro is going fast for fun at the moment. Not showing at all is Ronnefeldt. He hasn't even put a decent lap in, so Ronnefeldt struggling really majorly at this event after doing so well despite some bad luck in Manila. They come over the bridge again, and in fact, what's happened to Ongaro? Has Ongaro had an accident? Can't stop for fuel, surely. Ongaro is no longer in the lead. Ongaro has had a 47-second lap, and that's too early. I'm sure it's too early for fuel. So off camera, Ongaro's had an accident. Barufalo's going to do it. Barufalo now leads. So let's switch to Marco Barufalo. He's about to come underneath the bridge now. So it looks like, and I'm guessing Ongaro, I can't believe he stopped for fuel at 4.5 minutes. That makes no sense. So Ongaro must have had an accident off camera. He's lost his very big lead, and now he's going to try and catch up Barufalo. And it also means that the third battle, third and fourth, is right close again. But we can see now, there is Barufalo in the red and the blue, but behind him is Ongaro and begins to try and catch up again. Be careful not watching these drivers. You think they're going to make a mistake, they make a massive one. So, Barufalo now finds himself at the head of the field, and what's happened is that he's gapped the third place team of drivers, well, two Spanish drivers, I'd say, of Battle and Canas. And very quickly, as you've seen, Ongaro's made up the gap he had, and he's now trying to get onto the back of Barufalo. Now, Barufalo probably can lead this relatively well. He's got the ground speed, and no one's as fast as Ongaro, who's got a best time about 0.6 quicker than the best time we've seen from Barufalo as they come round to finish the 8th lap. The 94 car, the Scuderia Scampioso machine of David Ongaro, the winner of rounds 1 and round 2 of RCGP, is the car just in the edge of, just behind our leader Marco Barufalo, who's making his first start. Ongaro looking to get 3 wins out of 3 at the start of this RCGP World Series. There's still 5 more rounds to go, so it's nothing's decided yet. Second place is enough for him. He doesn't need to win this. Second place will be enough, unless by some miracle with Carl McBride, who came and won this race. And McBride currently is in 6th. But obviously, Ongaro's a racer and wants to win each race, especially against a fellow Italian. So I'm sure there's a little bit of Italian rivalry here, just as the battle between 3rd and 4th, which is currently going in Canas's favour, is an all-Spanish affair. Now, Barufalo, as we suspected, is the one driver who has the speed to keep Ongaro honest on this track. So he goes back up over the Infinity tabletop, and they'll turn sweeping round to the triple. I'm sure they'll do it double single, because that's the fastest way, unless you get it slightly wrong. And Hoffer already having problems and kind of almost got in the way of his teammate there, the 33. just not having a great day, Hoffy. He can go to his hotel room, just forget all about it and start again tomorrow, because tomorrow is another day. Completely start from scratch, a fresh start, expunge the nightmare that has been round 3 and start round 4. I'm sure there's 3 or 4 cars that need to do that, but not David Ongaro, and not the young man who is Mr. Ongaro. Now, into Vidmeier's drop back. I think Vidmeier's one of the first people to take a fuel stop. Ruffalo's managed to hold off. Now, the interesting thing is that the other driver's been dropped. So Knaus is about 4 seconds behind these two. But this is a pretty intense battle between the Italians, Ruffalo from Ongaro. Now, they've both gone through at the same time, so this is going to be a fuel stop battle. Bang, Frit gun, and it couldn't be any closer. Great work by both drivers. I think, if I'm honest, I think Ongaro's a couple of tenths quicker, but a couple of tenths wasn't enough when he came in the pits a second behind. And certainly, the drive off the pit ramp has very much favoured Ruffalo. Ongaro sweeps into view there, and they power back up the hill, very slight hill, but a hill nonetheless. There's the track. It's about to go wrong, and it has gone wrong. It's a minor mistake. It'd be spectacular as if Ruffalo's accident makes you think, oh, he's lucky to actually get there and only be a couple of tenths behind Ongaro, but he's now let Ongaro through, and it's his job. He cuts to the inside. Can he get the inside going up the main straight? He tries again. What he has there, Ruffalo. Ruffalo is not shy. Ruffalo is the sort of driver who you can see half a go. He's got the inside, he can break up the inside. He's going to try it, and he just did. Oh, they're right together, and Ongaro, and then Ongaro's upside down. Blimey, sorry about that. It's too excited. I've lost the breath. And Knaus has caught up, but Knaus hasn't stopped the fuel yet, I don't think. So Ruffalo makes the most of actually putting Ongaro off. He didn't touch him. There was no harm, no foul. It was just really close, hard racing. And Ruffalo, the Italian, who's known for his really hard racing, this time absolutely fair, no problem whatsoever, and he goes into the lead. So he's going to come back and complete what will be his 13th lap now, so 7 to go. And the lead he has over Ruffalo is over Ongaro is 2 seconds. This Italian battle all the way. Let's see that again. So the instant which saw the lead changing back again after it had changed once before. As they come over the Ruffalo comes over the hill. Hill? No, it's a fence. Oh, is he gaining or is he losing? That time round, you wait for this lap time, because obviously the last lap had a mistake by Ongaro. I think Ongaro's a bit closer. Ongaro's actually pushing, and Ongaro's made a mistake. And he crashes down, having lost another second or so. So Ongaro, let's drop back one car to Ongaro. He's really pushing hard now. He wants to beat his fellow Italian. To go around the patio section. All right, now doing back underneath us. Now the gap between himself and Ruffalo has. Well, just to make sure, Ongaro is the fastest lap we've seen all weekend in the race, 37.7. So he's not taking this lying down. He's going to try and blast his way back up to Ruffalo. He's 2.7 seconds ahead with 5 laps to go, or 4.5 laps now. So Ongaro, as he flies over the infinity tabletop and comes into the triple, he's got a bit of a traffic, which I think is Vidmeier. So he has to get past Misha Vidmeier, and then he's got to have a run at Ruffalo. And he's got Vidmeier lets him through very nicely. Knaus still in third, Battle still in fourth. So Knaus had just gained it that time. He hadn't actually gained that through not taking a pit stop. Fifth is McBride, who's battling Ronefeld for that 5th and 6th position. Boots down in 7th or 8th at the moment. But Ronefeld really hasn't shown at all today. So he's had some problems. It's weird because of how he was one of the favourites going in. In fact, of the favourites going in, the only one who's actually proven to live up to that is the man we're on now, currently second, but on aim to win this overall, which is David Ongaro. But obviously his main target is to try and get 2 individual heat wins. But Marco Ruffalo from Beach RC, around the 69 car, the Italian, who's just come in for this one, well, he's coming to this one perhaps for his ASTI event as well, 2 European events, is up there and looking like he's about to win. But he does have to complete 2.5 more laps with Ongaro, and you'll see him, there he is, that's Ruffalo, there's Ongaro. That's Vidmar, who's not on the same lap. Coming after him, Ongaro got 7/10 back on him to put it down to 1.26. I think it's stretched a little bit this time. I'm just guessing he's got a little bit of a stretch on the lead. As one of the cars collapses in front of Ongaro, which is actually, I think that was might be Lee Martin having a bit of an issue. A bit of an issue again for Ongaro, so I think he's not going to gain this time. And they're down to 2 laps to go. 1.7 seconds is what Ongaro needs to make up. And when we come on this camera now, you'll see them both together in and round the hairpin. There he goes, that's Barufalo, that's the gap that Ongaro needs to make up in 1 lap and 7 or 8 corners. Theoretically, against anyone else who has a chance, but Barufalo just has that speed, he's got that pace. He's not been able to put it down. Ongaro is going to be the champion of this round because he's been the most consistent at going quickly and not getting involved in problems. Barufalo's got involved in too many problems, even though he's equally fast, and everyone else has just kind of shared the problems out equally for no great reason. So we're going to the last lap. Can you move forward to Barufalo, please? As we enter the last lap, he's going to need to make a mistake now with a 1.3 second lead not to take this win and take the heat win. I'm not sure whether to put him overall because there's lots of calculations to make, and actually Barufalo may have eased off a little bit too much because Ongaro now, as he comes into the patio section, he's right behind him. Barufalo sweeps past Zach's camera and then they go up over the tabletop. And they come through the triple. Oh, look at Ongaro really pushing now. Ongaro's going right on Barufalo's tail. We've come about 4 or 5 corners to go. Ongaro has nothing to lose because he's still going. And Ongaro, oh, and he's tipped and he's going to wait. And he tipped him, he waited. Very fair. But he was absolutely prepared to go hell for leather. Barufalo needs to turn right and Barufalo wins. Barufalo wins. Ongaro second. Great race, great driving, good respect. Barufalo from Ongaro, Italy from Italy. Ongaro take the overall win. Barufalo take the credit and the plaudits for race 2. Waiting for the third person though, which is Juan Carlos Canas. That may put him second overall, not quite sure. McBride may be fourth, which could, I think McBride will get second overall with a 4th. Ronefelt has dropped back on the last lap again, dropping like a stone. So it is Barufalo, Ongaro, Canas, McBride, Battle Boots, Ronefelt, Ogden, JQ and Neumann, Moore and Vidmar is your runner and riders. So I'm going to go and see if I can have a little bit of a word with some of our racing stars.
Whilst Nick makes his way over to the interview area, I'll give you the results one more time. Now everyone back. In position number 1, Marco Barufalo. 2, David Ongaro. 3, Juan Carlos Canes. 4, Carl McBride. 5, Robert Battier. 6, Elliot Boots. 7, David Ronefeld. 8, Cole Ogden. 9, Joseph Quagrain. 10, Jon Neumann. 11, Max Mort. 12, Mika Widmeyer. 13, Lee Martin. And last but not least, in position 14, Patrick Hoffer. Right, I believe Nick is over in the interview area. So, Nick, over to you.
With our heat winner, Marco Barufalo. Well, finally, it all came together.
Yeah, finally. Finally, for the last final, I used the brain because in the last heat and the quali, I did so many mistakes with other drivers and bad driving style. So for the last round, I tried to drive easy and smooth, and this is the result.
I mean, you say you're driving easy, you're still putting in very quick lap times, and you were totally able to match Davide on the rest of the race.
Yes, because when I think I was driving slow, my dad said me on the headset that I was fast. So I think it's only a problem of my head.
Now, the good news is, normally you'd learn this and it'd be pointless because you'd be going home now. But the good news is you can do it all again tomorrow and put it in place.
Yes, I don't like the quals because it's very difficult. But I hope for the main final, that is 1 hour, about 1 hour. So that's up tomorrow.
Well, congratulations, great race, well done. Thank you very much indeed. But whilst the race plaudits goes to this Italian, there's another Italian who's going to get the total plaudits. Davide, congratulations, brilliant result. But yeah, you lost to another Italian, you know.
No, it's great because the Italy always at the top. So no, I'm really happy. I made one mistake and I think the marshal wasn't there. But the speed was really good and also Marco was fast. And
it was very interesting. Once you got behind, you put in a couple of blistering fast laps, the fastest laps we've seen out today. So you've always had that, but you didn't want to use it.
Yeah, exactly. I know because I can drive like 38 and then if I have to push I can make 37.5 or 6 and because the car was working great.
So basically now you just polish it and leave it till tomorrow morning.
Yeah, tomorrow another race, so we'll see tomorrow.
Davide, thank you very much. And you'll be hearing from Davide and from whoever's second and third, because I haven't seen it, when we show you the press conference live on the stream minutes. But that is the end of the RCGP Racing Finals. The round 3 is over. Definitely it is Davide Ongaro who's the winner. Stay tuned to find out how to come second and third. Stay tuned to find out how that's affected the team event. But until then, we're back in a second. But wow, what a great race. Fantastic. Back to you, James, in the studio.